I got the job. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I made a video about a month ago. You can go check out for some more context. But long story short, I've been looking for new work to replace YouTube as my current career. And I got the job. It's the best paying, best benefits, best everything job I've ever had in my life. And I'm really excited. And obviously, as you can see from the past 2 months, YouTube hasn't exactly been working with me. And I guess I'll talk about that a little bit today. This is a video I've been putting off. You know, I got confirmed for this job 2 weeks ago, actually, and I start in 4 days. And I should have made this video, 2 weeks ago when I first got confirmed that I'm getting the job, but I've been scared. I've been really nervous, and I also haven't known exactly what to say. And it's to the point where I just need to rip the band-aid off and make it, even if I don't know what to say, because hopefully what comes out is exactly what I need to say. It's no secret to anybody watching my channel that the channel has not been performing exceptionally well this year. Honestly, the last 2 years have been a struggle. In fact, without the subathon last year, known at November 2024, I don't know where I'd be. Honestly, I probably would have had to give up YouTube even sooner than I did, because thanks to that subathon, I was able to survive for another year. But I'm happy to pull back the curtain here and say, actually, let me get the exact number. I only made $8,400 off of YouTube before taxes, and none of this is taxed, so that's about 15% more that comes out of that. Now, obviously, there's more that comes from Patreon and whatnot, and I think I did 1 or 2 ad placement deals that year, and then, of course, what I made on Twitch. So it's not like I'm living on $8,000. Nobody could do that. That's impossible. Raise the federal minimum wage. But revenue has been going down, even with views staying about the same. Online content creation, especially on YouTube, has become much more of an audience support game, at least below a certain level. Obviously, there's a certain level where if you're getting 200,000 views per video, the ad revenue you can live incredibly comfortably on. But if you're getting less than 10,000 views per video, the revenue from ads is just not even close to enough to live on. And that's part of why I wanted to step away from this game. When I started back in 2020 doing Known at Ones, my ultimate goal was to make enough off of ad revenue that people could just enjoy my content for free. I hate asking for money. You should all know that. If you watched any of my subathon, you know how much I hate shilling for myself and asking for payments and whatnot. I'll joke about having you pledge to my Patreon in the past or whatever, and it's low-key copium because I had to. Because to survive financially, I had to ask for that support, and I don't like needing that audience support just so I can make my content. I want to do it for free. And so that's the plan going forward. I don't know when I'll start making content again. There will be a pause. It's going to take me time to get used to my new life schedule. I'm working full time at this job. I'm going to be working 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. 4 or 5 days a week. So I'm not going to have a lot of time for YouTube. I'm going to have even less, energy to get stuff done. And at the end of the day, I just need a break. And I think this break is going to be amazing for a multitude of reasons. It's going to help me recontextualize YouTube as a whole. It's no longer going to be that thing I need to do or I starve. And it can hopefully go back to being that thing I do because I want to. Because right now, I just don't want to. And that might suck to hear, but I'd rather say this than lie to your face and be like, don't worry guys, I'll be back next week with another class cut. No, that's not me right now. And I'm not saying that can't be me again. And it'll help if I'm doing this for the right reasons. And honestly, while we're on that whole subject, I don't even want to make a promise that I will be back. I don't want to keep you hanging on to this rope. Like, don't worry, someday I'll pull you up. But right now, my arms are just a little bit tired. I've been working out a little bit. Just a little. There's a little bit there. I do want to keep making content. Right now, at least, that's the plan. I'll probably go back to streaming before I come back to YouTube. I really enjoy the community we built over there. Obviously, I'm gonna have to rebuild it up, but I want to stream, again, because I want to, doing the things I want to, rather than trying to balance the analytics with the revenue, with pushing for certain things just so I can make rent next month. I hate that. I hate the professional side of content creation. And I've really enjoyed disconnecting the last 2 months. For the last 2 months, again, December, I was out of town for 3 weeks visiting family and friends. And then January, I pretty much just hunkered down. You know, I spent a lot of quality time with myself, with some local friends, and I've slowly started reconnecting with some of my online friends again to spend time with them. But that disconnect was amazing for me. You know, I'm eating better, I'm going out to like local events and hanging out at friends' houses and whatnot. It's a really, really nice change of pace. And it's nice to just do things for me again, rather than everything having to be for content. And that includes my work and making money, you know? Making money for me is gonna be so much nicer than making money by trying to figure out what you want to watch and what will attract the most new eyes and what will get you to throw your money. That's not me. I hate that. I hate that so much, especially in an economy where everybody's already struggling. I don't want to ask for your $10 a month anymore. There's probably a world where last year I tripled down on YouTube and I pushed myself, and maybe I even pivoted successfully and I kept doing it, but that's not where we're at right now. Right now, we're at me working a new real-life job, hoping to rediscover the magic that is fun content creation, not financial content creation. And now for the big one. If you've watched this far into the video, thank you. I appreciate you hearing me out. I'm sure a lot of people heard I'm taking a big break and clicked off, and that's completely fine. It's their prerogative. If/when I come back to YouTube, it will probably not be Pathfinder related. And I know I'm gonna see subscriber numbers drop when people hear that, and that's fine. You know, if you're here for Pathfinder, that's cool. Just a little request from me though, don't go into the comments saying, I support you taking a break, but I was just here for Pathfinder, so goodbye. Those comments aren't necessary. If you leave and the subscriber number goes down, that says enough. You don't need to like hammer it in with some impassioned speech about how I just exist to teach you Pathfinder. I've been hearing that for 5 years. It's part of the reason I don't want to do it for a job anymore. But if I come back, it'll likely be turning my streams into highly edited videos of some kind, or maybe even just doing content I care more about right now, because it's been 5 years. I've covered almost 25 classes in this game in depth. I've made over 600 videos covering various parts of this system, and I'm tired. You know, there's only so much more to talk about. And if I've learned one thing over the last 5 years of playing Pathfinder 2e, it's that I miss simpler games. I miss games with less rules. I miss making up the rules on the fly. I really miss the rule of cool, which, as much as I love Pathfinder 2e and all of its rulings, the rule of cool is a lot harder to implement when someone can point at the rulebook and go, actually fall damage is half the distance you fell after 5. You can't make a strength check to resist it. And like, I get it, those are the rules, and a lot of people love those confines, and that's amazing if you enjoy them. I'm not telling you to stop playing this game. PF2 is a phenomenally designed system, but right now it's not for me. I want to play more Daggerheart. I've been loving Vampire the Masquerade. I want to run a Call of Cthulhu campaign. Overall, D20 campaigns have just kind of lost a bit of their luster after playing them nonstop for a decade and a half. With all that being said, I do want to openly say, if you're supporting me on Patreon or whatnot in like a way to like hopefully help me keep making content, you can cancel it. Obviously, this is your prerogative. You don't need my permission, but I just want to say I'm not going to be hurt if you stop supporting on Patreon. In fact, I kind of encourage it right now. I have a full-time job. I'm going to be getting my first paycheck in 2 weeks, and I will be perfectly stable and comfortable. Take that money for you, you know? I know all too well how much it can hurt to like forget you're subscribed to something. I went through my subscriptions last year on like Hulu and Netflix and whatnot. I was spending like $70 a month on services I wasn't even using, and that hurt to discover, but at least I stopped it. And that extra money, like I said earlier in the video, goes a long ways these days. So if you're pledging 1, 5, 10, whatever on Patreon, and you're hoping for more Pathfinder content to come, go ahead and drop it, because I can't promise when that content's coming back. Now, if you feel fine and you do want to keep throwing that money at me as like a thank you for content, I'm not going to stop you. You know, I'm not going to come to your house and say, excuse me, do you know you're still giving me $1 a month? It does still help, and I'm still appreciative of it. It does make me feel nice over the work I've put in over the years, but yeah, you don't have to. There's no guaranteed content coming anymore, and when there is content, it likely won't be Pathfinder related. So I guess that's about it. I don't know how much editing I'm going to put into this video. You know, this isn't a funny haha video, which hopefully future videos will be funny haha if I get back to it, but it's a big new chapter in my life, and shut up, phone. I'm making a heartfelt speech. I think this is probably the hardest video I've ever had to make in the last 5 years. But it's an important one, and I don't want to just ghost you and leave you all in the dark. And I don't want to make false promises that content's, oh, it's right around the corner, guys, just hang in there. That's not how it works. I hope I'll talk to you guys again soon. At the very least, I want to be live on Twitch at some point, but again, even that, I'm going to need to get used to a new work schedule before I even potentially have the energy at night or on my days off to stream. So, I don't know. I don't know what the future holds for me on the internet. I'm using it less and less, and I'm just enjoying my flesh space a little bit more. Also, my hair is crazy long now, and I've kind of been digging it. I just got a haircut, so all the split ends are gone. I'm doing good, and I hope all of you out there are doing as well as you can. Stay safe. Stay as comfortable as you can. And even if it's just for a break, I'll miss you guys. Until next time. No net ones. Thank you.